All right, this is just a quick message for anyone out there who, might be going through like some financial difficulties or something like that, and maybe you're just having one of those weeks where like it feels, like bills are just piling up on top of each other. I just want to say I'm right there with you because I'm going through one of those weeks. I was just flossing my teeth the other day, actually yesterday, and I managed to pop off my permanent crown on my teeth, which on my tooth, which then meant I had to go to the dentist to get it looked at, right? Happened completely out of the blue, right? And soon as I felt it pop out, right, I started thinking about, man, is this really happening right now? This is so frustrating because I know it's going to cost money. How much money is this going to be? I'm saving up for other stuff, and this mess set me back, and, just the whole deal, right? And so after I kind of got over that frustration, right, I went ahead and just made the appointment and went down to the dentist, right, because obviously it's not going to fix my tooth situation, right, just complaining about it. So I went in, got the recommendation from the dentist. He looked at everything, and he actually discovered that something deeper was going on in that tooth, and basically there's some kind of infection that's been brewing there. And so that was very helpful because now I knew, hey, it might be a good thing that that crown ultimately came off because he discovered something there that I didn't think about, right? And so I just got back from getting it re-examined today by a specialist that he recommended me to look at it further. And essentially, it's now at a point where I am going to have to pay more money to, get that tooth dealt with, right? Again, something else I just did not plan for, and so now I'm at this place where, I'm looking at this, dealing with the teeth thing, dealing with, having to move soon, right? And like, getting this money together for a new place, getting my oil change as well, right? And so, when you look at all these bills, it can be very easy to kind of get a little bit discouraged, by all those bills, especially when you're trying to save up for stuff. And so what I've really been working on today is just, one, just practicing gratitude just for, being in this place where I at least have the chance to just, kind of take a step back from things, cool my head, and just see how I can, steadily approach these things, right? And then just do it in a way that just makes sense for me without feeling like every single thing is a fire, right? And just learning like how I can like prioritize these best, right? Even with the free tool like, ChatGPT, something I can just like spitball everything I'm thinking into, and then just have somebody outside of me just kind of give me some just, objective insights to consider, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be ChatGPT, obviously, like sometimes maybe you need thoughts from a friend or something like that. But what I do like about stuff like that, technology, for example, is I can just throw in everything I'm thinking, and then it just kind of lays out, hey, you can consider doing these things in this order, right? Like if your tooth's not impressing pain, which it's not, then hey, it's probably not a super urgent thing you need to knock out right away. But you also don't want to sit on it because it does need to be treated, right? And so it's nice because it just kind of helps you get out of your head a little bit, just kind of get things on paper and then just get an idea of an action plan. And then obviously, you go through it and just see like, hey, okay, based off this stuff, oh, hey, these are ideas I didn't consider. And then boom, you just start to use that to help you, more so just lay out a plan that works for you, right? And so obviously, the money has to come and go, right? And so the other thing I've just been thinking about as well is just it's just money, man, right? And I think part of earning more over time also comes down to being okay with letting go, you know, um, of money more over time as well. So the other part of this, right, is just like understanding that this is ultimately something that I'm not going to be able to take to the grave, even though I have my own goals of making more money, eventually becoming a net worth millionaire investor. When it's all said and done, man, I'm not going to be able to take a dollar with me, right? And so that also just helps me kind of, recenter myself and just really kind of take things in perspective and then just kind of, get recentered. So, yeah, with all that said, this is just something that's been on my mind today. Just life, right? And just dealing with that and finances as we go. and, using these lessons to, just help me become a better investor and person and, budget manager, I guess you would say, over time. So hope this helps somebody out there, and have a good day. Peace.